plushies. Some are great, and others are this. Ew. Now, I love a good plush toy, especially when it's a character that doesn't get much representation in merch. And I sat there and thought one day, there's one character, one person that hasn't gotten any merch, and that's me! That was until one fateful day where I was browsing Vinted and found a seller making custom posable plushes, and I thought, hang on, I can have one of my character. And so I got one, and that's what I'm reviewing today. Roll the intro. Now here is the boy. He cost me 50 smackaroos, and I was going to open this live on camera, but I picked up when I was at work and I had 20 minutes before my shift, so I opened it in the break room. But this guy cost me, as I said, £50. Honestly, in my opinion, I think it's worth every penny. It's not perfect, but there's not enough flaws for me to even say it wasn't worth it. I will quickly get the inaccuracies out of the way, just so then I can talk more positively for the rest of it. But we'll get the less accurate stuff out of the way first. So first thing is the hair. It's a bit off, but that is entirely my fault, because when my character was commissioned a long time ago, I asked for one specific angle and didn't ask the artist to, figure out how the hair would look from other angles. So that's something I've only just figured out. And honestly, this is probably, I'll do a little spin. As it from the side, as it from the back, other side, and back to the front. It is probably the best that could have been done. Oh, why are you toppling over? It's the best that could have been done with the images I provided as reference, because I really wasn't useful. I didn't know how it would look from the side. I kind of knew how it looked from the front and also from the back. So, person who made this, who will have their links in the description if you do want to get one of your own character, or he does Sonic characters as well, but that's not the point right now. The fur pattern on the face is slightly less detailed than it is on my actual Sona. On the actual character, it has a little bit of extra light pattern, but I understand that looks fine as is. I'd say the mask is pretty perfect. The ears, slightly inaccurate, but I understand it, because my character's ears are very concave. They go in on themselves, and then the fur puffs out, and it has two little puffy bits at the top of the ears. I don't know how you translate that into a plush. It could have been maybe a bit of extra fabric on the top, but honestly, I feel like that might have ended up looking worse. So I'm happy that it's a bit more basic. They are just like normal ears, and I'd rather that than what most official Sonic plushes do, which I think the only one I have to hand is this. The Shadow backpack. The ears are just like a piece of fabric, and I think that looks really dumb. I much prefer this. And then the inside of the hands are a slightly lighter colour than the other side. I don't know if that was intentional, or if there was a lack of fabric to finish them. My character doesn't have lighter insides to the hand, but I don't think it's an issue that he's been given them. I actually think it looks quite good. I just don't know how to translate it into drawings. So my character will remain without them, but I think it looks better on the plush. And then the feet are slightly less detailed than they are on my actual reference sheet, but I understand that because it's easier to stand, and also he's a Sonic character. They normally only have blobs for feet anyway, so the fact that they're more than blobs is good enough for me. And now we'll get on to the good stuff that I've already mentioned, some good stuff, because I don't like being negative. He's fully posable. The head doesn't turn much, but you can turn it a bit to the side, probably about that far, which is enough to get a slight angle to poses. I can also lift it up slightly if I want him to have a long neck. but obviously I don't. I don't know if that was intentional, or if it's just a funny side effect of the head being posable, but yes, I can just pull it up. Arms go like kind of that high. They can go like all the way up, and then all the way down, and they can go like forwards and backwards, and that's an awful pose. I can do the, hang on, Mr. Beast. Let me just do that. The hoodie looks really good. There are, oh no, another negative. It's not really a negative. My character does wear pride badges normally, but they'd be so small on this, I feel like it would be a ball ache to do, so I understand just doing the hoodie without the pins. It makes complete sense to me, and I'm happy with it as is. For those who are cultured, that is the Bring Me the Horizon logo, or one of them anyway. Now the legs just come straight out of the hoodie. I mean, you can see it does go, yep, there's my butthole. You can see that they do go in as trousers, but you don't really see that because that's just how my character's designed. The fingers are fully posable, I forgot to say, so you can like do kind of anything. You can put them back a little bit, but I just wouldn't. Now, I think this is from my own handling and being a bit too rough with this hand in particular. But the glue is slightly loose. If the glue comes off, I will just glue it down. I'm sure it won't be a problem. And I'm sure I can contact the guy if needs be. The legs are posable as well, but he won't stand if I move them. So I'm just not gonna bother. It does look like he's trying to scare the audience. Boo. But yeah, I don't really have a lot to say, honestly. I'm not very good at reviewing stuff. This is why I stopped doing live reviews. Oh yes, tail as well. It's not like posable, but you can like make it wag. That's cool. Yeah, I'm really bad at reviewing stuff, but it looks really good. And I think for a plush that cost me £50, it's higher quality than I honestly expected it to be when it arrived at my door. And the seller was lovely. He kept me updated the whole way. There is a picture of this without the ears or hair, which I will put on screen because it looks fucking hilarious. Bald Braden is a great image. Maybe if I ever do merch, I'll just sell it without the hair. But yeah, I think it's great. I genuinely couldn't ask for more with this. I think it's like perfect as is. Like, yeah, I had a couple things that are inaccurate, but I don't think that's lessened the quality of the plush. At least not in my eyes, anyway. So yeah, I mean, that's about all I have to say, to be honest. But I'll talk more about how you can get your own plush commissioned after this in the outro. So yeah. So that was my, quite frankly, not very good review of the plush. I don't know why I'm so bad at reviewing stuff, but I just am. I think I'm just bad without a script, so... Oh well. That was the plush. I've spoken about it. I've said it was good. I've said the not so good, which wasn't really that bad. If you are interested in getting a custom plush for yourself, I will leave a link to the guy's Vinted in the description. Just send him a message, and I'm sure you'll be able to work it out from there. They're generally quite cheap. He does do different sizes, if £50 for a 12-inch plus is too much. Now it's on to the stuff about me. If you liked this video, please give it a like. Feel free to subscribe and turn notifications on. I don't upload very frequently. In fact, I didn't upload anything in the month of December, so this is my first video of the year. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, for 2 weeks ago if you celebrated. If you couldn't tell, this isn't scripted. I'm just making up as I go. Yeah, do all the stuff. Do the like and the comment and the subscribe if you want. Again, I don't upload super frequently, but this year I'm going to try and be more frequent, and I'm going to try and hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm at like 660 something while I'm recording this, I think, or 650. I didn't check. But yeah, let's aim for 1k this year. We've got 12 months, so I'm sure we can do it. If you're actively playing Sonic Rumble and would like to support the channel directly, you can use code BradenCollects in the Sonic Rumble shop, and it resets weekly, so you have to input it every single week. As always, click the links in the description. There's a Discord server, there's my Twitter, there's a couple other links. Not all of them are super active, but feel free to go check them out. And that's about all I have to say. Peace.